Hello, and welcome back to the world of Arklands and to Mize Academy. Special shout out and thank you to our $10 and up patrons, Christian, Sam, Ditzy, Jean, Ian, and Milkchunk.
I like that you always make Milkchunk the end cap. He's the last one.
I'm reading off a list. His name is just at the bottom. I don't know what you want from me.
Put first next time.
No.
No, I like it being at the end.
I
consistent.
do think it is in order of pledge and then date. And the fact is that he's the most recent.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't want it to end on Milkchunk, subscribe to our Patreon for $10 or more. And your name will be at the bottom of the list.
Shameless plug, over.
Amazing.
But yes, in all seriousness, do check out our Patreon for behind-the-scenes content, bonus episodes, and memes that are actually... that have made me genuinely laugh out loud, and whatever else we decide to put up there. But when we last left our heroes in training...
Alright, Ryan, give a recap.
I wasn't here.
You watched the episode!
That doesn't mean I remember anything.
You also only watched one of the episodes.
That's true. I
The
haven't put the other one.
Not yet.
Oh, that's right. There
No.
were two.
Okay, so last time, well, that would specifically be the second episode. So last time, what we did was we did some shopping and stuff.
Yep.
Ari picked up a bunch of things. I don't remember her list. She had a lot.
A
She spent
lot.
It was
all
a
of Elle's
lot.
money.
I spent all of my money and
Well,
half
okay.
of Elle's money.
So how much of my money did you spend again?
What is your list on your character sheet? Because I think I already...
21,237.
Yeah, because you
already
had
took
like
it out?
50-something, so yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you still have plenty of money left.
So yeah, that is accurate to how much you currently have.
Now I know what Einar feels like.
I asked your permission before I spent it, and I also got things for you.
Yeah, I know.
Crow spent some time improving her armor.
Yep.
She used the dragon scales. And Cass also spent some time improving his armor.
Yes, he did.
Getting some help from Risha and Kepri.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty much it. It was a really short episode.
It was a short episode because we started going off the rails.
A
Yeah,
little bit.
it happens.
It was an experience.
Okay.
The lack of chaos from here just spread out.
Yeah,
Someone had
the
to
session
cover it.
ended with talking about who would get high with one another.
That's right. It did.
And I was just like, okay, one, I do not believe this conversation is canon. Two, I think we need to stop the episode because we are loopy.
He actually did. He was like, all right, I love this. This is not canon.
Yep.
Elle just has a really weird dream where everyone's discussing getting high.
No, he has a very weird dream of everyone discussing something that he really doesn't understand, but it involves smoke.
Yeah, thereabouts.
The conversation was about teaching Ari, or avoiding teaching Ari what smoking weed is.
And you know what? We're not going to rehash it. So, as they continue their way through the semester, getting closer to the halfway point of the year and their eventual level up, that is where we return for tonight's episode. Welcome back. So, we're going to start with Elle.
Oh, great.
Elelios.
I need you to roll me a d20.
Oh,
18.
18. Okay.
That's pretty good.
So, you weren't complete. You did not complete your training with the glaive with Musa in the first quarter. So you're continuing, and especially with how intense everything had gotten, it really just feels like your team is taking a breath. And the first 4 or 5 weeks feel like they're just flying by. There's just, and it's you can kind of chalk it up to, at first you kind of just chalk it up to, it's just kind of the monotony. You're used to that a little bit. When you would work with Dio on a suit of plate armor, that would take weeks, sometimes even months, depending on how intricate it got. But you realize, you notice yourself losing time.
Huh?
Where you would walk into a room and it would be daylight and it feels like you would blink and the sun is setting, or had long since set. You would sometimes, it's like you were sleepwalking almost.
This music is way too jovial for what
Somebody go with something a little bit more appropriate.
My bro's got amnesia.
You got eczema. What? Eczema? I got amnexma.
This'll work.
What are you doing with those eggs?
What?
I'm saying eggs, man.
Oh.
Eggs.
Crap.
What's that?
No! Is this the same music when no one showed up?
It is.
No! Stop it! Crap. Okay. So time.
Just over and over again, and especially when you go to sleep. It's always been disconcerting to me as a person when I don't remember falling asleep. When I can't pinpoint when the last thing I remember before. And that starts happening to you every night.
Oh, so Elle's just becoming me. Nice.
And you start slipping. You're tired, you're not quite as jovial for a few weeks.
I have depression!
That's a little bit of that depression special.
And at one point, I do not have, I'm sure Amy can check, because I'm sure you have it somewhere in your notes, when the new moon would be.
Yes. We're in the month of we're in the month of Hala.
This is the level of detail I never expected
you're not.
for us to pay attention to.
Hala is
I'm not
in
paying
this.
attention to it.
Hala
So
is
Norl.
I don't know.
I think
what
we're
month
past that.
Third
is.
month.
No, because we're in quarter 2.
So we're in Azaeus?
Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't have the school calendar synced up with
Yes,
the...
the Azaeus is the first 4 weeks.
Okay, so new moon would be the 23rd of Azaeus.
Perfect, that's week 4.
I'm so disappointed. Week 4?
So in week 4,
Okay.
it's a new moon,
Uh-oh.
which means...
Am I going to turn into a werewolf?
No, that would be on a full moon.
That's right.
But what this means is that there's almost no light coming in from the outside.
Okay.
And yet, you see light. A glimmer of it.
Outside?
Coming from near your window.
Are you gonna touch another crack?
Don't say that!
Touch the crack.
In space-time, he touched the butt.
What do you do?
El's curiosity and his current lack of any, I would argue, cognitive well-being at this point in his life.
Does he have any?
He had plenty of it. He was a jovial individual, and then, he went to school. He's gonna walk over to it.
Alright. Make an investigation check.
Investigation?
Yep.
Can I check the vibes?
I'll allow it.
Yes!
Vibe check on this crack.
Didn't it like use your charisma or something?
Yep.
Yeah, it uses my charisma, and because I'm half proficient, I can add a +1 to it. So it's a +6.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. I'm gonna use lucky
Okay.
and give myself advantage. 24.
It looks eerily familiar.
Like that one time.
And all of a sudden, the time slips start making sense. You don't know how long it's been there. It's always been... Eld keeps things bright. And this has been just kind of tucked away in the corner of your room. Just sitting there. Either letting something in or draining something out. The time has not been consistent.
I'm sorry, Caspian, but I need answers. He's gonna touch it.
Okay!
Sorry, buddy.
No.
Are you Amy Ponding him?
I don't know, but
Not Amy Bonding him.
but by his reaction being so excited, I'm really looking forward to this.
What is your intention?
He is opening a window shade. Like, I want to see what's behind this.
Okay.
I need to know what is going on. Before he does that, he does call Kiritz, so that he's there with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask a question. Does he?
Does he call?
You reached out pretty fast, and Ryan's now thinking, oh yeah, it would be a good idea to have Kiera's. Does Elle even think of that?
That's true. He probably wouldn't even think of that. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You reach forward, so you're attempting to open.
I want to see what's behind that crack.
Okay. You reach in. I'm gonna say
Shush.
I didn't say a thing.
make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm actually okay with this.
He's a hardy boy.
I love your
Natural
notes,
20.
Amy.
Natural 20 on the con save!
I'm
You
gonna
need to use your birthday one.
He's told me to be loud.
I did. It's very loud. I've also adjusted my audio a little bit, so.
So,
That's the summary for this entire session.
You see that? You see that?
Yes,
one.
I see it.
Okay, good.
Airy, Crow, and Caspian.
Oh, no.
You all hear a I'm having trouble finding the words. It's like if you can imagine the sound as if someone took a blade and sliced a building in half, and then the sound of the building moving against
The
itself.
rumbling.
That kind of rumble, that kind of shaking, and the kind of scraping.
Is it prolonged or is it like half a second?
It goes on for probably between 6 to 12 seconds.
Okay.
Get
Other
another
question.
A round or two?
What time of night is this? Are we all already awake?
We're gonna
or
say,
we...
for the sake of it, it's midnight.
Aries probably still up.
I
Aries probably
imagine-
getting ready for bed.
Everyone is either in bed or getting ready for bed.
Mhm. I feel like Cass
Kool-Aid man through Elle's door.
would... Yeah. Cass would...
Yeah.
I doubt Elle locks his door.
Yeah.
He does not know.
Yeah.
No.
Cass would look out the window, see there's nothing there, grab his sword, and then run into the main room.
Yeah.
And
like,
you just see a flickering, pure white light emerging from underneath Elle's door.
Ari immediately goes in Elle's room.
Her would come out too.
She's not even hesitating.
And
What is action shield fit? Just in case.
on.
Me.
Okay.
Hey, no points now. I can take it.
Cass
Priorities.
just walked out in his PJs with a sword.
Yeah, no, that's
He is
so fair.
not equipped for this.
You look, and there is, cutting across the room, this just chasm of white light. And it it's difficult to see. It looks like something purely two-dimensional in three-dimensional space. But the weirdest part is that while the crack kind of goes across your line of sight from one corner of the room to the other, it's like, have you ever held up an object close enough to your eyes so you can see two distinct versions of it? As you look on either side of the crack, it's like you're looking at the room from a different perspective. Ooh. Like it's literally shifted.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's like how a black hole bends light around it?
A little bit.
Okay.
Except it's like...
But it's a white crack.
Yeah.
It's a light hole.
It's...
Yeah.
Well, a white hole is
White
a thing.
crack.
That or at least it's a theoretical.
Yeah.
But the specific... Here, it's not like it's bending light. It's like space itself has been shifted. And L is nowhere to be seen.
Ari immediately reaches for it.
Okay,
Crow is going to try and grab Aries' wrist to stop her.
Are you reaching for the wrist that is reaching out, or for her?
But the other wrist.
Okay. Ari, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Cool.
You have a +4.
Yes, I do. And I have a +4 now from
So plus
my
8
necklace.
total.
Holy cow!
Yes. Cool. 24.
Nope. 21.
24 does not pass.
All right.
Off by 1.
Oh my god!
Thankfully, Crow, you do not have to make one.
Okay.
I will
I'm not
have
trying to
you
go
make,
into it. I'm just trying to stop
I
her.
will have you make an athletics check.
I did. It was 21.
So that's what you... Okay, so that's
Yes,
what you
sorry.
rolled.
That was not a con check. That was
Okay, that
trying
was an
to
athletics
catch
check.
Ari.
Then, Ari, as you reach in, you feel it pulling you. And you feel the very fibers of your existence all pulling at each other. You're being pulled in every direction as you reach in, and the only thing that stops you from going over the edge is Crow's hand on your wrist. But you are currently leaning over. And go ahead and make a perception check.
Alright. No, I don't have
Grave!
Yeah, and Ari is trying to shout, Elias! It's an 18.
18? Okay, 18's not bad for perception.
I rolled a 6.
Yep. You look around and see endless. It is, even in comparison to the Sea of Dreams. Sea of Dreams is darkness for as far as the eye can see, but there's a difference because you are standing or within the water, and even when you're there, it's not empty.
Am I in Squidward space right now?
I was thinking the same thing.
In what?
I was trying not to say it.
In
I gotta get out of here!
Sorry, in what?
Squidward space! Future! Have you never seen that
I don't think I've
episode?
seen
He's in the future made of chrome.
Oh my gosh.
Becomes
And then he
chrome.
goes too far into the future and it's just an endless white void.
I mean... How have you seen that and I haven't?
It was the only SpongeBob stuff I ever watched. Was that one movie?
Fair enough. I'm gonna have to look this up because that is actually, yeah, pretty accurate.
I feel so lost.
You don't know either.
So
No.
you look around and you see a pair, 2 figures, standing and speaking to one another. You look around and your eyes lock on to Elle, who's kind of just drifting, moving through the space.
Trying to reach out for him, trying to say his name, do anything.
Caspian, what are you doing?
Well, Crow's already grabbed Airy.
Yep.
Cass is going to cast Locate Object on his trunks. His shorts.
Can you read me the description of locate object?
You can do it on the scarf.
Oh yeah, is it?
Well,
the
I didn't
same
know
one?
if Cass doesn't know if
Oh, he's
he's wearing
wearing
a
a
scarf to bed.
Oh yeah, he would.
But Cass
This is
definitely
warm.
knows
It's like
that
a
you would wear
teddy bear.
pants to bed. So,
But I do not have armor on at the moment.
Yep.
you describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense a direction to the object's location if that object is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific object known to you if you have seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest of a particular kind,
Sure,
blah, blah, blah. The spell can't locate an object if any thickness of lead blocks the path between you and the object.
So there's no plane.
Okay, that's what I figured.
I lost my trunks? Or my scarf?
You're still wearing everything.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
I listen here. I can't detect him.
Harry, you are not in. You are peering in, but it's like, imagine standing on the edge of a pool and leaning over, and the only thing stopping you from falling because of gravity is someone holding you from behind.
Yeah.
You are not in the pool, but you can see into it, and you can see Elle floating there.
He's here. He's in there.
Can we pull him out?
I can't reach him from here.
Rope. Cass.
Cass will run into his room and grab rope from his kit.
Is that
Okay.
the face he's making?
Yeah. He's just floating.
He's having a good time. Having a good time. He's like in the lazy river. He's like, oh, this is nice.
Ares
Lazy
still
River's
has
awesome.
one hand trying to reach in.
Yep, understood. I'm gonna say, in the time that it takes for Caspian to go and get his rope, what's the radius on your aura?
It's 10 feet.
10 feet. Yeah, and it doesn't go through walls, I don't think.
No, I think it's just, as long as I don't go down, anyone within 10 feet. Let's see. I will
It's not a
look
Wi-Fi
up.
signal tray.
But most things in D&D do operate on line of sight.
Nope.
Interesting.
This does
Okay.
not specify anything about. It just originates from you. You can only benefit from one aura at a time. That's all it really
Good
says.
to know. All right. So I'll say that you do stay within the aura, but I need you to make another con save.
Right. I need 17 or higher.
That's 5.
That is
Okay.
so.
How many inspiration did she get for feeding us all pizza tonight?
Ooh.
Technically, everyone made their own, but
I didn't buy it.
She
Unless she
also
also bought
got
cheesecake.
cheesecake.
So.
that is true.
Yes.
Okay, so
I had a piece.
Okay, so I will have. So I have 4 total.
Yeah, you
inspirations, so
maxed
I will
out by
use
feeding
one.
everyone dinner.
Nope, that's 11. I'm going to use another one.
Okay.
So I'm down 2. No, it's a 3.
Okay. Crow, I need you to make another athletics check.
5 on the die for a total of 11.
What have I done? What have I done?
You missed episodes.
I can
This is what happens.
I can use one more. I'm comfortable using one more inspiration if I need it.
I think we're past that.
You can give it to
Um,
Crow though. Have Kiera re-roll her athletics
That
check.
might not be a
All right.
All right,
many
that's a
inspiration do I have?
math. That's a 18.
Ooh,
bad idea. 18.
that's not bad.
Okay.
Oh, you have dice now.
Well, I have one inspiration left.
You should save that for you.
I also have a nat 20.
Yeah, you should save that for you.
Okay.
We're gonna need more than one in this situation.
Oh boy.
As you
Oh.
take.
Me?
Nope. Ari.
Ari. Good thing you have more health. Huh?
25 force damage.
Alright, that's fine.
Oh man.
That's 25.
I wish I hadn't unattuned
Yeah.
to the brutes.
Oh, okay. I'll heal myself now.
Wait, how much did you say?
25 force damage.
Okay, I lied.
Yeah.
What?
I heard 24. And And so I corrected Amy, and she changed it.
And I
then
changed
she
it
had
back.
to change
All right,
it back.
yeah, I'm good.
Yep. But you are pulled in further.
Can I reach out?
He's so far away.
I'm shouting his name. Can he hear me? Make any kind of...
Hi. Hello, Mr. DM, sir.
You reached forward,
My good friend, Trey.
grabbed a slip in reality,
Oh, good.
and pulled. You do not
Yeah.
know if it has been seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, or years.
Okay.
Words echo around in the space. Too many overlapping words to make out what's being said. Like every word that has ever been said in this space, you are hearing alternately bouncing back and forth.
So it's like Superman when he was first experiencing his powers.
Not dissimilar to that. But you do hear two distinct voices. It is the conversations that two people have had. But every conversation they've ever had.
Can I listen in? Attempt to...
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay.
There's a chance you can make something out.
Roll.
The natural one on disadvantage. However, can I use lucky to get rid of the nat one and make it a flat roll?
You can use lucky to reroll that one.
Reroll the nat one. Okay, I can do that. And then just
Still
take the
need
lower.
to do your laundry.
Okay. That's not bad. Perception.
Mm-hmm.
13.
13. You don't get sentences, you get words. Can't. Time.
Time is funny in a timeless space.
Existence. Crow. Gods.
Spider. No, spider. Ready?
Oh, so there is.
What's up, little guy?
Touch it.
How you doing?
Can you take it?
That's tiny.
I
He's a
know,
tiny
but I
little
still don't want it
spider.
touching me.
Bye.
Bye.
Look at him. Look at him go.
That little spider was L. Just floating in space.
For real. That's the scale.
He is...
Shattered.
Yeah, well...
No, that's one of the words you hear.
Shattered. Write this down.
The shattered realm. You don't know how long it is.
Al just listens for as long as he can listen, to be honest.
You immediately, it genuinely, time has lost. You have no sensation of time passing.
Okay.
You could have been in here for a million years and not known it. You don't conceptualize it.
Can't perceive a time. So, sentences and thoughts and words have no real meaning to him right now.
You're getting fragments at best.
Okay.
Until Elios.
Whose voice is that?
Ares. As you look up, whatever your best perception of up is.
He turns his head to the source of the sound.
Yeah. And what seems like an infinite distance away, you see Aerie. Just reaching towards you.
He hesitates for a second. He thinks that he thinks this, but he says it out loud. I have to find answers. I need to know what is happening, where I come from, and how to stop it. How to protect you. And he looks up at her.
Elios, come
Ari,
back.
You hear every one of those words.
Well, only Ari does, right?
Ari's the only one dipping her head in.
You can't protect me if you're gone. Come back.
He will reach out to her. He just reaches.
Infinitely away?
Yep. He doesn't know. He
You're
just
both
reaches.
reaching out towards each other.
Mm-hmm.
Caspian, you retrieved a rope. It has been, in terms of turn-based, we are now in round 3.
Okay.
So, what are you doing?
Handing the rope to Ari. She's the one sticking her head through.
Okay. Well, Ari is most of the way through now.
She's got
To
one
use the
hand.
analogy of the pool, Ari is, her feet are still technically on the edge, but she has been lowered down that her face is in the water. Crow is just desperately holding on to stop her from falling all the way in.
Cool. Cass is gonna look at that and go, shit. and tie the rope around Ari's feet.
her waist.
For
For her
context,
waist.
the only thing you can really get to is her wrist.
Oh.
I'm using the
Okay.
analogy of the pool to give
Okay,
that.
okay.
In this physics, she is definitely not here.
Okay.
It is only her hand that Crow is holding on to.
Cool. Then he will tie it around her wrist.
Okay.
In the hopes of, if she's
Go
going
make
to
a sleight of
go.
hand check.
I'm not good at those. But Crow is currently preoccupied. Alright, hold on. This roll does not count. I need to figure out which dice is going to do best.
Understood.
Okay, either one of these two. Let's hope. Don't you do it. I know what you're going to do. You're going to roll a 3. So, okay, it's a 1 and a 3, but,
13.
Sleight of hand. I do have a +1, so 14.
14. Okay. It's not bad. You tie a knot. And what are you doing with the other end?
I'm going to hand it to Crow. I'm getting grave.
Wait, what?
Okay, round 3, athletics, con save.
I have something I'm gonna do.
Is
We'll
he...
get there.
So... You want to use an inspiration?
That'd be great.
All
Is that a
right.
crit fail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Take my
So
inspiration.
that is the last one.
Yep. I'm out of inspirations.
At least it's not a crit fail. But that's total 9.
9.
I don't
Okay.
think I have an
Con save, and
inspiration.
Cass isn't here anymore.
I
Would it be on his way
guess-
out?
For the sake of this, I'll say that you can make it while he is still there.
Nope. It's an 18.
18. You take... Okay, could be a lot worse. 20 force damage.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Now you're definitely bloodied. One more and
As
you're
your
down.
entire existence is... Every atom feels like it is being propelled in an opposite direction to every atom around it.
Don't care. I'm reaching for it.
It feels like you are coming apart at the seams. Crow, what did you roll in athletics?
9.
9.
Use my inspiration.
You sure?
Yep. I have 1.
There we go. That is 17 plus 6, 23.
Okay. You do not get pulled in further. You are running and trying to get grave.
Cass will literally, if he has to get there, if he has to do it to get there faster, he will misty step to get, like, across the room. Like,
Understood.
kind of, like, that's the speed he's going at.
Yep. L.
I'm gonna take the scarf.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to animate it
Okay.
with animating performance. Dancing at him has a fly speed of 30 feet.
You have wings.
Animating performance is a form of magic.
It is. I know.
Nothing happens.
There's no magic in this space.
You're in a rift.
My wings are probably ethereal. I don't think they're physical. That's a form of magic.
Yep. That's
Bonus
true.
action, summon the wings.
Wings.
Oh, they do come out.
Not all magic necessarily requires the weave.
Oh, okay.
Magic that is inherent to your...
We are in a weaveless space.
Can I
And he'll start flying towards her.
activate the elemental attunement? Because that doesn't require
It's not magic. That is
free action.
is key.
When that's active,
Mm-hmm.
my unarmed strikes have an extended reach to 15 feet.
You're attempting to reach out using that.
Basically to make a whip of water to pull him
Understood.
closer.
Now there's an infinite distance between you.
Infinite distance.
It is the, you feel yourself moving, but it's very
like in a
much like in a dream where it's like you're moving, but they're getting further away, but they're not.
The more he moves and the less distance he covers, the more determined he is to get to her.
Yeah.
Do either of you call out?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like you both to make performance checks
Right.
Really?
to call out as loudly as you can. Because anyone who's done music knows that takes breath control
Yup.
and vocal control.
Nine.
9.
Unless I can use something other than charisma.
29.
29.
My die is somewhere over there. It's 18 on the die.
A figure turns. She is wearing a sleek dress, long white hair. And she looks at you and looks at Ari. And your hand is in Ari's.
She just grabs the bolt.
Athletics check.
He'll,
Can I make an athletics
Yes.
check to pull that out?
Can I use
Bardic
my-
Inspire.
That's magic.
Oh, it is magic. Dang it.
Oh, at least it wasn't one.
Yeah, your wings work for the same reason that dark vision would still work or breath attack would still work.
Oh, okay.
They're technically biological abilities, but they
I got you.
11 unless I can use my dex.
No.
Okay, 11.
You are physically pulling.
15.
11, 15. Okay.
Is there anything that I can do on because the wings do provide
I
some
will
level of
say
kinetic energy.
they do. So I will say that gives advantage.
Okay.
Oh,
Natural
there
20.
you go.
Yes!
As L's, you see in an instant L from being an infinite distance away is right as if the space between you was it's like highlighting a paragraph in a word processor and just delete. And everything is immediately, there's no momentum to it, it's just the space between is now gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
And L is in front of you, and you grab him, and you, with every fiber of your being, make one more con save.
Natural 20.
Yes.
Wow!
Which is the only way I could pass. It's a +4.
He puts the dice away. I love it. I want to see if you can roll a third nat 20 in a row.
No.
No? All right,
You
we'll wait.
pull.
Don't test it.
And the three of you land in a pile as space reasserts itself.
Aries' hands are just around your neck.
Yep. And I think
Is just holding you as tight as she possibly can.
his hands are holding her as well.
Cute moment. Get your asses off of me.
What in the name of every god was that?
Why I have been losing time.
Caspian, you burst back in the rave on your heels.
To find Elle and Ari on top of each other.
Still holding each other. Crow, like, struggling to get up off the floor.
Ari looks bad, right?
Ari is at
19.
19 out of 64.
Ari's nose is bleeding. Actually, you notice her nose bleeding, and you see from her eyes and ears streaks of blood as well.
Is the rift is gone? Okay. Cass will run up to Ari and put his entire lay on hands pool.
Which is how much?
30.
Oh,
Nice.
sweet.
Does that bring you back to max? No, I know it doesn't, but...
No, it doesn't anymore.
Yeah.
It used to.
So Grave will come over and...
Now healing
Heal.
is less effective on you,
True. Well,
No.
but so is damage.
Oh, Ari, are you alright?
Elle still has not let go.
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
I know you're fine. That's why I trusted you to hold the rope.
Elle's back.
Yep.
What was that? What just happened? Where did you go?
I have no idea what that what just happened, what that was.
Who were those people?
What people?
Everyone
Only 2 people.
Everyone was in there. I could hear them.
I will say, go to make a wisdom save.
That
I get a +4. 12.
Plus 4 initially, or with Caspian's bonus?
With Cass.
Okay.
Well, that's
So-
a +5. You have a +1.
Yeah, so 12. 7
So
plus
12?
5 is 12.
Okay. You were able to make out through all the conversations.
Should I use lucky for this, Trey? Because I got one more use of it.
You would be... I think you would enjoy knowing the...
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and use
Specifics.
lucky because we're about to go to sleep anyway. Ah, that's even worse. That's fine.
Unfortunate.
Yep. it is. So close to that.
It's less like you could hear everyone who ever was, and more like it was always those 2 voices.
Oh,
But every conversation those
They
2
ever had.
voices had ever had
Okay.
within that space.
I thought it was everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry. The
It did
Superman
sound like
analogy.
The Superman analogy is because it's when they met, and
Yeah.
every single conversation after that, all at once.
So, who was the woman who removed the space? One of them?
Mm-hmm. She turned when she heard you. And
did you see the other person?
No.
the other person had a masculine voice. You know that much.
Okay, so it was a man and a woman. We know that much. And then the woman had a silver dress. Silver dress or silver hair?
A sleek dress and white hair.
Got it. Any features I was able to make out?
Not beyond that.
Not beyond that. Okay. So he doesn't say that. He says, "I don't know." He relays the information, obviously, of what she looks like. He goes, "This is the second time it has happened."
Second?
Yeah.
Did you actually go in there the first time?
No, I did not. But that was the first time that I lost time.
I remember that. Sometime last year.
Mm-hmm.
Last whole weekend.
How long has it been? What day is it?
It's the 23rd of his ace.
How many days did I lose?
Grave?
None this time.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay.
This means we don't get a level up at the end of the semester.
Or we just skip right to it.
Oh,
Okay, I did not lose any time this time. I have no idea what that was.
You get the sense. You can make a vibes-based Arcana check.
Okay. That is a 21.
You have been losing time. Slowly, over the past few weeks.
In bits
Yes.
and pieces.
Yes.
But yeah, in this, from the point of touching it, you did not lose any specific, any
That
more
was-
specifically.
That was my question. So, thank you.
Now, if your friends had not heard you tear it open, who knows how long you've been there?
No telling.
Honestly, like,
No telling.
Because of where you were, I'll just tell you this outright. You were there until someone found you, and you would have had no idea how long it had been.
Wow.
yeah.
So,
Would that tear have been in the room until someone walked in?
yeah.
Dang.
Neat.
And
Good thing it was loud.
yeah, the nat 20 really helped. Because otherwise you would have been risking getting torn to pieces crossing that threshold.
Yeah, I realize that now.
Atomized.
I'm glad I did.
Healing magic.
That last, that last save, because I would have gone down probably.
Oh, yeah.
That's alright, we have a fail safe. I would have just suggested for Ryan to use his nat 20.
Birthday failsafe.
I was thinking about using it.
And which you didn't need to.
I didn't.
Didn't need to.
Do you remember the words that were said? Did you write them down?
I think I got most of them.
You wrote them in backwards order.
I did. Shattered, crow, gods, time, existence is what I have.
And can't
Can't.
was the first word.
Do they need to be in that specific order? Okay.
It was
don't
again.
know
It
how
is
to do
every
it.
conversation
Because I
those
started
two
to shatter.
had, always happening.
It's a 17 on history check, so he relays that to them. So.
And go and make an insight check.
Okay. $14.
14. Yeah, I'd say that's enough. That is capital C, crow.
I figured that
Said
was for
as if saying it's not just a crow. It's crow.
What was the tone in which it was said?
Desperation.
Orion.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Okay, was it the male or the female that said crow?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I recognize either one of their voices from time past? Okay.
From the first time.
Yeah, it's the same two
You
figures.
heard them briefly.
Besides that.
Besides that, no.
Okay, so we haven't interacted with them since that first time last year.
Not as far as you can tell.
Okay. I'd love to ask the Oracle about those two. But, I didn't get...
Oracle?
The prophet.
The Prophet, that
Yeah.
guy. Yes.
No easy way back there.
Nope. I did not get any answers that I wanted. And I'm just going to continue to lose time until I figure out what this is.
Did you think that touching it would be the answer?
Yes, I did, actually.
Very fixer man.
He's not my man to fix.
When you are working on something, how do you look at it? How do you move it around in order to see what is wrong and what is broken? Because when I make something, in order to find an imperfection, I have to grab it and I have to move it to see it. And that is what I did.
Yeah.
You
Could
definitely
ask
got
it.
a different perspective.
Definitely did.
And to be fair, you did learn a fair amount.
Oh, Ryan knows that. But Elle is very distraught and upset at the moment because depression. So he feels a little bit like that was completely useless and worthless, and he just risked Aries' life, who he has still not let go of, by the way. Unless she
Yeah.
has let go.
No.
Okay. They're still holding each other on the floor. Kind of in like a sitting up position at this point.
Yeah, Ari just kind of has her hand just squeezing his.
Yep.
She's untangled herself.
Yeah.
But just holding his hand.
Well,
Can you, like, I don't know, scan or something for the type of whatever that was? I have no idea.
I think
I
that
don't
would
know.
be Idris's
I
realm.
could go and get Idris.
Oh, that's a very good idea.
You talked to him last time about when something like this happened, didn't you?
Kind of, but it was after the fact, so this has just happened. If we can go get him now.
It's
Um,
midnight.
And he's going to use sending.
Okay.
Idris, Elios encountered something strange. Again.
Again.
You might
Pause before again.
You might need to be more specific.
He said he's on his way.
Okay. I figured he'd be interested in showing up.
Dimension doors into the room.
Yes.
Because you don't need line of sight. You just
Oh,
need
that's
to know.
hilarious.
Like, oh, this many feet in this direction. in a, like...
Ebenezer Scrooge nightgown?
Yes. But with a trim with arcane sigils all down. It's very like fancy. It's like a silken robe, but going all the way down to his feet. He's got a sash tied around his waist.
Does he have a hat?
No, but his glasses are kind of haphazardly on his face.
Ugh, I wish he'd take
What
them
happened?
off.
Well, the crack happened again, but this time I grabbed it and pulled, and I was flung into this space.
Coffee. I'll be right back.
Wait, I have one. And she's gonna go grab the decanter of coffee that Amy got, and Ari got, and then pour some for him.
Downs it. Again. He
Endless
does
coffee.
and does.
She will hand him the decanter. Just
I've been on coffee fast for 3 days too.
Takes
That's
a
gonna
third
be me
cup.
tomorrow morning.
Slams it down. All right. Every single detail you can remember.
And he recounts everything.
And he's going to give you. He's going to cast Enhance Ability.
Ooh, okay.
help you remember.
And give you advantage on intelligence checks.
Okay.
And so I will say, go ahead and make a. Well, no. Memory is information is intelligence. Memory is wisdom. So you would do wisdom. So go ahead and make another wisdom check.
Okay. Just a flat wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay. 16. That's
16.
about it.
Yeah, you're able to recount pretty well. Is there anything you do not tell him? Anything you're leaving out?
What I said to Ari. That's about it.
Okay.
Everything else is recounted. The words that were said.
He's
what she
taking
looked
notes,
like.
by the way.
Okay.
Writing it down.
What the light looked like. The fact that I've had little bits of time kind of stolen throughout the past couple of weeks. All of it.
Yeah. He goes and he casts Detect Magic. He casts Identify on you, kind of just seeing if there's anything left. Any lingering remnants.
Psychometry would be nice right about now. I know that's a.
Grave has it.
He does?
Mm-hmm. He's a Cleric to Amar.
That can bring forward images of
Memories of an object.
Scarf.
He holds out a scarf because that's what he used first. He actually took the scarf out, remember, to try and cast something on it.
He casts it. Nothing.
Nothing?
From the time where I can see you waking up, or not. I can see you seeing it, reaching for it, and then stumbling out.
There's
so
nothing.
all the time in the middle that he's in that. There's nothing.
Nothing.
You all saw it, right?
I was there. I saw inside.
Is it outside the weave? This magic can't interact with it. If its memory has something to do with magic.
You tried. You did. You made the motion that you usually do when you're trying to make an object come to life. With the scarf, and it didn't do anything.
Nothing happened. But I called forth my wings, and that worked fine.
I was able to. Ari shuts off the elemental attunement.
I assumed you did.
Yeah, but I was able to activate my key. So, outside the weave worked.
Well, it does make sense, to a degree. Psychometry works. Objects do not inherently have intelligence. Neither do plants or animals. Magic, like speak with animals, or speak with plants, speak with dead, any of these things, imbue intelligence into it. Usually your own. so that you can speak to another permanent waste. But that's neither here nor there. My guess would be that if I were to test somehow the amount of time that had passed for your scarf and the amount of time that had passed for yourself, you, as a living being, experienced more than it did. As a non-living, non-animate object, time did not pass for it. And so there's nothing to remember.
It was frozen.
Yeah.
Kind of. Or at least in stasis?
Something like that.
You're familiar with the spell that allows you to read someone's memories? Yes?
Well, there are technically a few, but...
My father did one for me over the course of our winter break. He was able to see a memory that I had lived. Perhaps if we could do that for El, you'd be able to see his memory of it.
It's true.
We are in the weave now. If his being experienced it.
I think it's a different one.
I think it was just a unique way of using detect thoughts.
Okay.
Because if you bring the memory to mind, then that's just what's on the surface. And it's not a guaranteed to work, of course, but
might be worth a shot.
Yes.
I mean, it happened, but what is it? What was that?
Actually, he's going to go into his spellbook, and he's going to cast Modify Memory.
Interesting.
On a failed save, the target has the charmed condition. And so, L, you basically fall unconscious. While charmed in this way, the target also has the incapacitated condition and is unaware of its surroundings, though it can't hear you. If it takes any damage or is targeted by another spell, the spell ends, no memories are modified. While this charm lasts, you can affect the target's memory of an event that it experienced within the last 24 hours, and that lasted no more than 10 minutes. You can permanently eliminate all memory of the event, allow the target to recall the event with perfect clarity, change its memory of the event's details, or create a memory of some other event.
Wow.
So, Idris casts this on you.
Mm-hmm. I obviously
And
willingly fail it.
Describes, recall with perfect clarity the events of tonight. And as the spell ends, you have this perfect clarity. And I will allow you to make another perception check.
Natural 20 is going to be used right now. I want to know everything. Tell me everything.
The birthday! Well done, sir. Well done.
Thank you.
Would you like to roll and see what you roll and then
Yeah,
decide?
sure. Yeah, sure.
Because what's the harm?
Yeah, it's true.
What if
I
it's a nat
appreciate you
20?
letting me to do that. So, with advantage or just a flat roll?
This is also concentration, so enhanceability is gone.
Okay.
So just
a flat intelligence roll? Got it. Yeah, I'm going to use the nat 20.
It's actually perception.
I'm still going to use the nat 20.
What is the roll without the nat 20? I'm curious.
Bad. 4.
4, yeah. So for a moment...
And I'm out of lucky.
For a moment you think. And you can recall... Honestly, the perfect clarity makes it more difficult for a moment. Because the overlapping words are just... There's so much stimuli. It's so much all being said at once.
You got a Spider-Man moment going on.
But take a moment, breathe, and focus. I'm going to let you choose 2 of the words.
Instead of role-playing out the entire conversation across all
You will
this
hear
time.
the full sentence that 2 of the words were spoken in.
Oh, okay. Obviously the crow one, for one.
There's shattered gods.
Time, existence, and can't. What do you guys think? I'm leaning towards gods and existence, because I'm going to infer that shattered obviously means shattered realm. Could be wrong. We don't know.
Personally, gods.
Gods.
What was Can't was one of them?
Can't was
cannot?
cannot.
Part of me is really curious about that.
Which,
one.
interestingly,
Curious, but
that's
it won't
similar
be
to
the
what
most
you heard the
helpful
first time.
information.
Can't? That's right. Because it was like, no, we can't, and then it cut.
Yeah, so I would go crow and gods.
Yeah, that's
Because
possible.
can't is interesting, but it doesn't actually give us a lot of information. It's like, oh, okay, cool, we know something that they can't do. Tell us something that you can do.
Yeah.
I was going to go with gods, but something about existence just caught my eye.
All right, do it.
Well, we'll do crow first,
Okay.
and then you can choose.
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
I need to get back. Crow is waiting. Atlas. They're all back there. There has to be a way out. There has to.
It is Orion.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh! Yeah?
Solus sent him to a different plane. Solus never said he sent him to the Shattered Realm.
Sent him to a pocket of white future.
Is he in there? Oh my gosh, is he in that dimension?
Probably.
Holy cow, is that the two of them?
What's your second word? Tell you this, existence and gods will give you two different pieces of information, but both of them are unique information regarding this.
I'm gonna
That does not
guess
help me.
that the idea of this pocket being outside of existence. And we can confirm or deny that by checking,
Yeah.
or we could figure out what gods has to do with.
Alright.
I like the idea of the gods and learning more about the old gods.
Originally, I was going to go with gods, and every time you take a test, you want to go with the first answer that pops in your gut. Yep, we're going to go with gods. It's my final answer, Alex.
The gods are gone. I'm the last one left. The feminine voice.
Oh!
And I'm only here because of this. The nature of who I am, and I can't. You can't go home while I exist. This space is here because of me. Because of who and what I am.
Why am I being affected by it? Go away.
And that is the information.
I got that right. I think this was a verbal typo.
I used my question from the deck of many things, right?
I can't do, you can't.
Yes, that's how you got the information that there are old gods.
Right, got it.
Interdasting.
Wow, okay, that's information. I found Orion.
Hey! We should have pulled him out.
I didn't know it was in.
So yeah,
I can't let you out of your
I'll give you this
taking
for
this
free.
man.
For a happy birthday. The old god of time.
He got touched by the god of time.
Goddess. But
Goddess. You said god first, okay?
yeah, I know. God can be. It's like actor.
Yeah, that's why I
or-
said it.
Yeah, but I want to make it clear. Yeah, she is.
She's the goddess. Why is the goddess of time from the old world still here?
There's no one to take up the mantle.
I'm not pulling an Einar, sorry.
I'll tell you this. The mantle she has is not time. She's the goddess of a specific of something in relation to time.
You still want to dump info on us, but you can't.
Of course I do. But I'm gonna make you wait because it makes a better story.
That's already a lot more than I would have expected.
Oops, thinking.
If only there was a way for him to be able to give us all the information that we want with
Legend
just
lore.
a simple question.
Legend lore on the
He's
goddess of
remembering
time.
the fact that Aerie has a wish spell.
Oh.
I don't know.
I'm not
if this
using that
is-
yet. I'm not using that on this.
That's
No.
too much of a universal
had-
get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
If I had 3 wish spells, maybe, but I've got 1.
Yeah.
Wish is used when you need something to come
That
in
is an
clutch.
end game.
Yeah.
I wish I could use power word kill on Thalion.
Wish is granted. You can. Doesn't mean that you have the ability to. But there's nothing stopping you from gaining those levels and doing it.
This
I thought
is a
that was
very-
one of the things of Wish is that you can use it to basically replace an ankle.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
But I would not phrase it as I wish that I can do this.
It's
Yeah.
very fey in its
Yeah.
use. Like you have to be very, very specific.
It's up to the
when it
whims
comes
of
to
So
the
here's
DM.
here's the reality. It's the path of least resistance. Often people are asking for very powerful things, but if there's a way that the wish can be granted while expending, going through an easier path, then that's what's going to happen. It's like how electricity will always find the shortest path to the ground,
Yeah.
even if it's not the path that you want it to go down.
True. Alright, let's go pull some more cards. We need
No.
Grave
No.
grabs your shoulder and sits you down. Not a chance.
Dang it. This is worth a
Go
shot.
back to bed.
This is. Oh, there's so much to find here.
Idris, can I ask you a favor?
Yes.
Do not mention any of this to the headmaster.
He's gonna make an insight check.
Aries still holding Elle's hand.
I'm going to need a bit more elaboration.
I do not trust him.
Great start.
I'm just being honest.
He sent Orion there in the first place.
There are some unusual things
Orion
when it comes to
broke into the school.
Yes, that's one.
Solus was his...
His mentor.
Sure. But I'm just saying it seems like he's safe.
Did it sound like he wanted to be there?
No, but there are consequences to actions.
Yes.
I'm not
I'm
saying
still
that, I'm
gonna
not
get
saying
him.
whether or not it's the right consequence. I'm just saying there are. I've known the headmaster for many years.
How many?
2 decades, give or take.
The headmaster is a very severe man in everything that he does.
That is certainly true.
Look, he's the one who put him there. I'm gonna work on getting Orion out, and I'm sure Solus will try to stop that.
That's actually not what I'm concerned about.
Make persuasion check.
Persuasion, that is a 12. Nice.
I'm sure that the headmaster is vaguely aware of just about everything that goes on in this school. However, I do not want this being something that gets brought up to his attention.
I will not tell him for as long as I believe that it is not a threat or danger to the academy or its students.
Oh, that very acceptable.
If I believe it crosses that line, I reserve the right.
Of course.
If Solus is the one who sent Orion to that plane of existence, why is it showing up around me?
That is curious.
What did I do? Other than annoy him a couple of times. Why are you looking at me like that?
I have a theory.
Yeah, spill it.
You know what? I can't even blame it for that one.
Was that serious?
Yeah. You say Siri's name. Theory, Siri. I get it.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Fair enough. Got TikTok. You've mentioned, one time or another, the way that the headmaster has approached, especially the two of you, at your attunement to the elements,
Okay. What of it?
fire and
Fire,
water. Likely be earth, all things considered.
Does that mean that I am air?
No.
Oh,
Might be
I'm-
light.
I'm not the Avatar.
From Death Note?
From Death Note?
L, light.
It's worth it.
You take.
I was told.
You take 4, you take 2.
What? 4 for that?
I didn't
For free
hear what
gentlemen.
he said.
He said I'm not the
One
Avatar.
for each.
Oh.
Yes.
Do the math.
I can't. No. My
Okay, but
intelligence is
in an
minus
Avatar
2.
AU, would he be the Avatar?
No. Well,
Him being like, oh no, I don't want to be a hero, even though he is a hero.
no,
he's
the Sokka.
not.
He's the Sokka.
Boomerang.
Boomerang!
Boomerang.
Scythe! It did not come back to me.
I mean, that's a pretty easy feature to add.
That was the purpose of the chain. The animated chain.
That's true.
Yeah.
Get over here.
Pretty much.
Oh,
Roadhog.
yeah. Each element is also associated with other aspects. Fire is associated with creation, with energy. Water with memory. Earth with
Hardiness?
to a degree, depending on who you
Rigidity.
See,
ask.
look at that.
But
You are strong.
enhancement,
Wouldn't consider myself.
Oh, enhancement.
improvement.
Oh, that's perfect.
The same way that you purify metals. You gather the earth and you work it and you improve it. Nothing else can have that applied to it. Air is, of course, freedom, travel. Light, which is a oft forgotten but very important fifth element, is potential.
You are very lucky.
Oh, incredibly so.
No, literally. When I say potential, I don't mean, oh, you have so much potential. No, it is the
Energy.
probability.
Oh.
Time and space, they interact with light in a unique sense. There are theories that light is the standard at which we measure time and space.
Oh.
Light has to do with what can be.
So what does that mean?
It means it has an intrinsic connection to the fabric of reality.
And the same way that crow seems to attract fire. I seem to attract water. We're attracting this light.
Well, it can go away. Because I don't like losing time.
I don't like you losing time either. There's only so much of it you have.
Exactly. Is there a way for me to gain time?
Potentially. Spells like haste and slow both exist. Enlarge, reduce. There's
I have that one.
For most. I don't know if you know this, but enlarge and reduce used to be 2 separate spells.
Really?
Or rather, it was one spell that enlarged, and someone discovered a way to invert spells by applying a different formula to them, and so you got reduce. You got healing and harm. That's why cure wounds and inflict wounds are both spells available to clerics. But the point is that when something exists, especially in magic, an opposition to it usually also exists. It's opposite, it's equal. By the way, that is actual D&D history. In the earlier versions, there was a way to invert spells. And so there was an enlarge spell, and if you inverted it, you could cast reduce. There was a healing spell, and if you inverted it, you could do harm.
That's cool.
There's a couple others
magic. Very nice.
that are from that same. But yeah.
Cool.
That's why it's important to understand how spells work.
Indeed, that's as I have made my personal craft. Not the best in the world, but pretty damn good.
Third best that I've seen.
Third?
Well, maybe top 2.
What are you on about?
Well, obviously Olive has significantly more life experience.
Excuse me, I'm familiar with Olive of the Cerulean Concord. She is an experienced spellcaster, but not, respectfully, anywhere near my level of spell crafting.
Insight check.
I think you hit a nerve there.
Idris is a prideful man.
11.
11? He's telling the truth as far as he can tell.
As far as he believes it.
You're familiar with Olive?
I am familiar with most spellcasters that are more than 100 years old. They have experience that I can draw from. But experience does not equate to skill.
Well, she never mentioned you.
We exchanged like 3 letters. Why would she?
She tells me about everyone.
So I still don't know how to get rid of this issue.
Well,
You switch rooms.
as I told you last time, if you see another one, come get me.
And
I
don't
did.
just touch it.
No, you didn't. You grabbed it. We had to pull you out of there, and then we grabbed Idris. We have to switch the order there.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Come grab me first.
You didn't specify it that time. Last time. The time before. But now I know. So the next time I see this, I will not go and open it like a window shade.
Good.
Great.
If we're able to study one while it's still active, we might find a way to block it, or invert it, or... Yes, anything.
If we could invert it, does that mean that we could go inside and get Orion out?
Potentially. Or it could be used to divert time to you, as opposed to from. Allow you to experience more time, to be the equivalent of a haste spell.
Time stop. Time stop.
Yeah, something like that.
That might be my 9th level spell, who knows?
But,
If we get there.
yes, there's many things that could be, but it's impossible to know what will until we get there. So next time, find me first.
Okay.
Alright. Thank you for the coffee. He vanishes. Well, that was certainly something.
least we know we're Craven. Orion.
That's an idea.
Going back to bed.
A wise idea. Elle, do you need anything?
Still holding Aries' hand.
Yeah, Aries' knuckles are white from how tightly she's gripping her hand.
He'll kind of like tap her hand to like let her know that's okay and that she can stop forcing blood out of her fingers.
Yeah.
I think that I am okay. I didn't know what would happen, but all things considered, I think this was at the very least helpful overall.
Enlightening is perhaps.
Yeah, good one. You meant the word enlightening, as in made more information. No, I
I
thought
can
you
tell
meant.
that you're fine.
Yeah, I'm not hurt.
Relatively speaking.
Definitely not physically injured, so we're good.
Right. Come and see me if you need anything.
Will do.
Thank you. Everyone go to bed.
Okay.
So I think I'll go clean myself up and then.
Thank you, Eddie, for
Yeah.
coming to get me.
Find the orb.
Touch the orb! Yeah. Stone! The cleansing stone! Anytime, Elle. I mean that.
Time.
I know.
In the morning, now that you seem to be feeling better, I have another gift I got for you.
Oh, okay, thank you. I look forward to it. Caspian, good night. Crow, bye. As she walks out of the room.
Gone.
As her door just shuts.
Alright, good night all. Cass will return to his room and get dressed.
Nice.
What?
It's like midnight.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Okay.
Huh?
Cass is gonna go to the library.
Okay.
Is it for a date?
No.
Yeah, date with a book.
Rogue's not there?
Hope not.
Roll D100.
No.
Yes! Yes! Come on.
Be a 0. What's better for me and Cass?
You don't know.
If it's exceedingly high or low, something fun's gonna happen.
Come on.
Please
come on.
be middle of the road.
Come
as
on.
middle as you can be. It's fairly middle
74.
of the road.
74? Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay, cool.
It's midnight. There might be like one person there, but no one that's gonna talk to you.
Boring.
There's some random first year introvert.
Yep.
Ari writes down everything that happened,
Yep.
both Elle's perfect recollection and from her perspective what she saw
Yep.
in her journal.
Okay. The rest of you were able to take a long rest.
Sweet.
Yeah, get my shenanigan die health.
I get my shenanigans die back.
Yes.
And I'll
Caspian.
expend
Cass is going to try and find anything he can find. Because last time he found something about Crow's Mark. This time Cass is going to look for anything related to the old gods, if he can find anything. He really doesn't expect to. And the beacons, like the Altius beacon.
Okay.
He is interested in seeing what he can find about the others.
I'm gonna say pick a topic.
Pick a topic.
Those are two vastly different fields. You'd be looking in different sections of the library.
Between the two of them, he will focus on the Altius beacons.
Okay.
Are they all Altius
No,
beacons? or
Altius
just
is
the
a name
water?
for one type.
Okay.
Each one has a different name.
Okay.
A new hand touches the beacon.
Cass will do research to find out more, anything he can about the others.
Okay. Then go ahead and make an investigation check with advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Oh, cool. I guess because I'm in the library.
It's because you've already found stuff on it before, so
Oh,
you know where
sweet.
to start looking.
Cool. Gross. There's a 5 and a 4.
Oh, that's
You're
unfortunate.
tired.
Yeah. That's fair. An investigation, right?
Yep.
So that's a 4 and a 3.
You're so
Cass
accomplished.
starts He gets like a couple hours in, realizes that he's doing that thing where like your eyes move, but
Yep.
he's not reading anything, and he goes, "Alright, try another way, another time," and then he'll go to bed.
Yep. All right,
I
but
thought that counts.
the next morning, you hear a knock at your door.
Okay. Come in.
Oh.
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 You didn't let her knock?
No.
What does Aries knock? There you
That's
go.
exactly
That's-
what I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And then out we go. Come in, Eddie. He's kind of like half drunk, half groggy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
It's like 10 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elle's still asleep.
Oh no, I know. But
I've been awake. He hasn't been awake.
Yeah. Of course.
Mm.
Well, I have a few gifts for you.
Oh, that's right. Goodbye, voice in the sky.
And she gives you the Staff of Yelling.
Yes.
It's a very long, ornate staff. These are some things I got with our
Oh, you
money
went shopping.
Yes, from the Dragon's Hoard.
Yes.
Thank you for loaning me some of your funds, by the
Well,
way.
absolutely,
So I got you some things with them.
Thank you.
This cloak, and it's a deep red cloak with a purple,
Motorbike.
like kind of indigo lining.
In the picture, it's gold.
Oh, okay. I
It's fine.
don't know why I pictured it as indigo.
Red and purple is nice.
Yeah. And it looks, in my mind, it looks sort of like a bathrobe. But, but with, like, sleeveless.
Okay.
And on the inside, there's lots of, like, patches and pockets.
The robe.
Robe of useful items.
Yep. Where is it? There it is.
So I got you these cloaks. I don't know if you can wear them at the same time, but maybe it's sort of a situational thing.
We can try it out. What does this one do? Pointing at the robe of useful items.
Well, Cersei said that when you pull the different patches or pockets off, they can become something.
Oh.
It's random useful things, like a ladder, or might be one that summons a dog. I don't know. Sort of.
Wow, that's-
sort of random, but I figured you would find good uses for it.
That does sound like a lot of fun. I do like randomized things like this.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
And the last thing I have, you said when we were on the journey to the Prophet, we all said our fears aloud.
Yes, I do remember that.
You said that you were afraid of being a hero.
I did? Oh yeah, I did.
So this is something,
I'm definitely not a hero, so.
well, I think this will prove otherwise. And she hands you, it's a small, long box. Can add a pipe of remembrance
A
to
pipe of remembrance. What is that?
and it's a ornate wooden and I think stone pipe.
Where is it? Doesn't even show up there. Hang on. Let's look for pipe. Go away. Yeah, it doesn't even show up.
Oh, Trey
Pipe.
might have to add it somewhere.
Yeah.
It
What
might.
does it do?
You light it, and I don't know if you smoke, but
Not typically, but it doesn't bother me.
it's magical, so I don't think you really need to actually smoke it. But after a few minutes, the smoke will form shapes and show you your most heroic moments.
Oh, Well, thank you.
So, if you want to light it up now, I will sit and watch them with you. Or if you prefer to wait or do it alone. I personally think of a couple of moments that I
Well, I guess
would
we
show
can
up,
light it up
but-
now. We can see what happens, but yeah, I don't think it'll do much, but we can try it. Okay. Crow, can I borrow a lighter?
Barely even know her.
No, something that makes fire to light something easily.
She will lean out her door, take her gun, and use that to cast firebolt. She'll try to hit the
Make him tackle.
pipe in your hand.
please don't hit the actual pipe.
Oh, sweet. That is a 23.
Ooh, that's
Pinpoint shot.
Oh, I guess that works. Thank you. And he'll go back in. Well, actually, he'll hang out in the common space.
Yeah, we open up one of the windows.
Yep.
But the
And-
visions will go well.
He'll start smoking the pipe.
It'll hang out around.
It's friendly smoke.
And what moments do you think Elle sees?
That is a good
His
question.
most heroic moments.
See, the problem is Ryan has trouble remembering some of the things that happened.
I think
Look
a
at
few
the
a few
thumbnails.
instances.
The big
from-
one that comes to mind is when he sacrifices himself to get death out of your guys' immediate vicinity.
Yes, that was a good one. When
That's
he
the
lifted
first
him
one that
high
shows up. Yep. Where he takes him out of the building through the skylight.
Yup.
that was a baller move.
It was pretty dope. He goes, oh, I guess
That did genuinely save a lot of us.
I did do that, didn't I? That was kind of a stupid move. I ended up losing a leg for it.
Still heroic.
I
Pretty
guess.
incredible.
When you nat 20'd the pale beast.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
That was a pretty heroic moment.
I forgot about that one.
Little girl behind you.
You nat 20 with your breath attack.
Yup.
Took it all. It was
Yeah.
a stacked attack.
That was the
I think.
first time I'd ever dealt damage
Right.
with him.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
The
first time you
first
ever dealt
time.
damage.
Was it a nat 20 or a crit fail on the?
I believe it's crit.
Oh, if
It was a
it's
crit fail.
Then it was
Yeah.
probably a crit fail. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Saving the little girl.
that was pretty cool.
Liliana behind
Liliana.
Yep.
you, being held by Caspian. I think. I think you literally took her and moved her behind you and stepped
Yes, I
forward.
did.
I think it was great. That he gave her to.
That I think that's accurate.
Because Cass was
Fighting.
Yeah,
Almost
sort
dead.
of.
And it goes back further and little moments, like passing someone on the street and being the acts of generosity.
Goes back to diffusing the fight between Dio and
Yes.
Yeah.
what was his name?
I think
Palamas.
the more heroic.
Not
Not
Palamas.
Palamas. It was one of the. it was
One of the
Kiera.
students. Kiera, that was his
yeah.
name. Yes.
The more
Yeah.
heroic the moment, more clearly, and so some of those are a little bit more fuzzy. It's
Yeah.
this was a good moment, but but then one comes into perfect clear view, as much if not more than any of the others, except maybe defeating the Pale Beast.
And you see, you are arriving at the Suling Concord. You, it's maybe
He's watching the.
5-6 years younger,
Yeah.
and
This was a while ago. Look at how young I am.
Eri walks out to meet you. And the smoke doesn't show a lot of detail. But even in the smoke visage of Eri, you can tell her knuckles are bruised, bloodied. This is what I was hoping it would show you. And then there's this moment of silence between them, and El reaches out his hand, and there's this flash of light around Aries' hands.
Mm.
And
The
then the
bruising
two,
and blood fade.
and two of you walk off together. It was the first time you healed me.
I remember that day.
It's a particularly rough training. I think that was maybe the second time we'd met.
I didn't like seeing such beautiful hands look that way.
I think that was the first time anyone had ever really healed me with magic. Magic that didn't inherently harm themselves.
Make an Arcana check.
Intelligence or charisma?
Either or.
22.
So even with intelligence, that'd be a what? 15, 16?
Well, I'm proficient in it, so it would be a +2, so yeah, 15.
Even with that is enough. Bards have healing magic, and they are the only arcane to have healing magic. Arcane casters to have healing magic. Because the only other ones that do that are
Life transference or something.
and is like if you are a divine soul sorcerer or celestial patron warlock or something like that. Which means that the only healing Olive would have been able to cast is life transference.
Dang.
Magical healing that hurt her to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know an act of healing could be beautiful. You said you were afraid of being a hero. But Elle, since the moment I met you, you've been a hero to me.
I've been for you what I thought you needed.
You've been a hero. And I'm still not quite sure what I really felt in that moment. If I could call it affection. It's hard to tell when you've never really known it, but I was a stranger to you. We barely spoke the first time we met. And the second time you saw me and you healed me. Even though it didn't harm you, I thought it did in that moment. And even though it didn't hurt you, you still gave something of yourself to me. And you do that every time you heal me. And I remember how nice it feels. So I don't think you need to be afraid of being a hero. Because I think it's something that you innately are. Because you are kind. Because you love. With your whole self. Regardless of the consequences.
I think he was just moving to give her a hug.
I think she gives him a very light kiss on the far side of his cheek.
Right there.
Yeah. Just it's like almost by his ear.
So kind of leaning in from the hug and just
yeah.
Oh, if she does that, hang on, he needs to make a wisdom save.
Oh my god!
What'd you roll?
That's a 2.
You feel Elle's body just go completely like rigid, and you kind of pull back, and flushed pink just.
Like right now.
No. Oh yeah, I was just from doing that.
Yep.
Do you want him to? Because he would.
I don't.
Wait.
What?
I think in that moment,
I think you rolled a 2.
he did roll a 2.
He's doing nothing. He is.
Well, no, that was a save to be like, because what comes to his mind? The letter from Peril.
That was an impulse check.
That was an impulse check.
I see.
He does not succeed the impulse check, and he goes in for the kiss.
Nice.
Yup. Yes. Finally.
Aaron.
You cast me and you open the door.
Who opens the door?
Finally.
Yes.
Ari is just bright pink
They both look like tomatoes right now.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
and just. Oh, all right.
Sorry,
No, it's a good moment for it.
Okay, good. I didn't want to choose the wrong moment, but I figured this was the best one.
This is a good moment.
Airy.exe has stopped working.
That was nice.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you.
I will do everything it takes to continue to be your hero.
I'm glad.
And I think that is where we will end that episode.
I need a hero.
Yes!
Thank you all very, very much for joining, and we will see you next time. Good night.